For tonight's battle report, we will be doing out of chapter approved the tactical Gambit. We have Tau versus White Scar, a little bit of a grudge match going here. And we'll be doing 2,000 points with a Dawn of War deployment. This is our battlefield for today. And it looks like it's going to be very interesting. So we will be coming back after Armies on Parade. For Armies on Parade, we're starting with the White Scars, which are starting off with a unit of Hellblasters, a unit of Intercessors.
And they do have the Stalkers.
Stalker bolt rifles, not standard. A unit of, I always get this wrong,
Inceptors.
Inceptors.
Standard Assault Bolters.
Standard Assault Bolters.
And then
we have...
For my leadership is the Gue'vesa Captain. Standard loadout with the Boltstorm Gauntlet and the MC Mastercrafted Power Sword. The Chaplain with Combi Plasma. Librarian with just a bolt gun and the Force Sword. He's actually technically the leader of the Vanguard unit, because I've got a battalion in Vanguard. He's the HQ for the Vanguard, and along with the Terminators will also be in the Vanguard. Again, back to the battalion will be the Predator, and he is loaded out with 2 heavy bolters on the side weapons and twin las on the turret.
Okay.
He does not have the Storm Bolter equipped. I didn't use the points for that.
All right.
And then the Storm Talon gunship is also still attached to the battalion with twin assault gun and las guns as it's equipped. To finish off the Terminators. Terminators are standard with the 4 Power Fists and the leader having a Power Sword, and then everybody having Storm Bolters. And then these are actually embarked, and I put the sergeants up on top of the Razorbacks that they are embarked on. And they are equipped as shown, minus the Storm Bolters. And that was just to cover the hole that's there for the access hatch. But one, it does have twin assault, and the other one does have twin las cannons. The jump infantry, the Vanguard veterans behind this second set here, they are not equipped with chainswords. I spent the points to give them all storm shields. So unfortunately they don't really have any extra punch in melee, but their survivability goes up immensely with that storm shield. And then last is the Dreadnought with assault cannon and Dreadnought combat weapon with the Storm Bolter attached, not the Flamer option. The infantry, both of them, which with the heavy weapon here, both of them are actually missile launchers. And then just all bolters for everybody else.
This is our White Scars, 2,000 points for today's battle. Continuing with Armies on Parade, we have the forces of the Tau, starting with 2 6-man stealth suit teams, with burst cannons and ATS. We'll continue with 2 Ghost Keels, both armed with cyclic ion rakers and flamers with multi-tracker and target lock. We then have a 9-man Pathfinder team with 2 rail rifles and a pulse accelerator drone. A Tau commander with 4 fusion cannons and 2 shield drones. And we have a fire support hammerhead with twin fusion cannons and missile launchers. 2 hammerheads with heavy burst cannons and missile launchers, and long strike with his railgun. This is the Tau for this battle. Starting deployment, we have White Scars deployment. Starting with here, we have the
Hellblasters here perched on the floor of the ruins. Advising them is the Chaplain, who is also actually my Warlord, not my Captain, like I normally do. So his Warlord trait is Storm of Fire. which from previous video, you know, it's if I roll a 6 on the wound, it's an extra minus to the AP. So
Alright.
these will actually have a minus AP of 5.
We've got the Storm Talon and the Predator taking up shop right there, looking for something to kill.
And then over here on this side is the Dreadnought kind of facing off against that Hammerhead, and then embarked or 2 squads into the Razorback, and then the captain's directing the shots for the intercessors.
Okay, and then the rest of his army has gone into reserve. We have the
Vanguard veterans with the Inceptors and Terminators in reserve. The Librarian is also in reserve, and he has the Tome of Malcador or Malsador, however you pronounce that, for his relic, and that allows him to have an extra Psyker ability. So he has a Core Smite, Psychic Scourge, Null Zone, and that last one. I just drew a blank. Oh, Might of Heroes. Sorry.
Alright. And that is our White Scars. We'll come back with Tau deployment here in a moment. Starting with Tau deployment, we have this Stealth Suit team taking up this objective here. We have Longstrike and the 2 fire support Hammerheads sitting up over here. Longstrike is my Warlord. He has Exemplar of the Kion for his Warlord trait, which allows him to reroll all failed hit rolls as long as he doesn't move. And he is taking the Pure Tide Engram Neurochip as the relic, which once per battle he gets to reroll a single failed hit roll, wound roll, or damage roll, or a friendly unit within 6 inches can do this as well. And every time myself or my opponent uses a command point, I get to roll, and on a 6 up I get a new command point. My Pathfinders have taken up position here on the building here, and my other Stealth Suit team is hiding up in the building here on that objective. My Hammerhead with twin fusion cannons is sitting there, and my 2 Ghost Kills have taken up position here with my commander in reserve. We will come back with end of movement, turn 1. For the White Scars Tactical Gambit, they have drawn these objectives. He believes he will get 1, so that is his bet for this round. Basically, everything up over here stayed where it was. The tank, the Predator, and the Storm Talon ran up over there to say hi to the Tau. And we've got a whole bunch of Deep Strikers back over here in the back corner. The Vanguard Veterans, the Inceptors, and the Librarian have jumped in back here. We will come back in a moment at the end of Psyker phase for White Scars. So, in the White Scar Psyker phase, the Librarian over here casted Smite and Perilled on double 6s, doing 3 damage to himself and 2 damage to the Hammerhead over there. And then casted Psychic Scourge on the Hammerhead, dealing another 2 damage, but did not peril on that one. We're now going into the shooting phase for White Scars, turn 1. In the White Scars shooting phase, the Storm Raven, or Storm Talon, and the Predator teamed up to put some wounds on the Longstrike. He's down to 8, and the Predator managed to kill 2 Pathfinders. The Hellblasters over here managed to take out a Stealth Suit and wound another one. Everything over here just kind of basically ganged up on this Hammerhead and took it out. And a whole lot of this over here went into that purple Stealth Suit. He's now down to 5 wounds. We're now going into charges for White Scars, turn 1. White Scar charge phase, the Vanguard Veterans and the Librarians attempted to charge the Stealth Suits over there. He lost 2 Vanguard in the charge, and he failed the charge roll. And he lost the Librarian to Overwatch. We're now going into Tau movement, turn 1. No, wait, did you get any objectives?
I got behind the lines. I've got technically 3 since I'm in in your deployment zone there, so I have D3 points for this one.
All right, and that gave you your Gambit.
I gave him my Gambit, so I get the 1 for it. And
1.
And 1 point for the actual deal instead. So
all right,
I've got 2 total objective points so far.
We'll now be going to Tau movement,
And
turn 1.
I can't remember if there was anything for like Slay the Warlord. And
We'll check and see. For Tau movement phase, the commander has jumped in back over there to try and deal with that little mess over there. The stealth suits moved up to get some shots off on these guys over here. Hammerheads pretty much stayed still, so did the Pathfinders. These guys are just sitting up there in the building having a good view. And the stealth suits kind of moved over a little bit to get around over there on objective 1. My Gambit for this turn is to get 2 objectives. And we drew these cards: Psychological Warfare, defend objective 1, scour the skies, and defend objective 3. So hopefully we can pull 2 of these objectives off this turn and get our Gambit. We will be back at the end of shooting phase for Tau, turn 1. So, Tau shooting phase, turn 1, the commander took out the chaplain, which gave me Slay the Warlord. Just about everything over here put their shots into that Storm Raven to take out the Storm Raven. We managed to do 2 wounds? 1 wound.
1 wound.
On the Predator here, and he may actually get charged in a minute by those stealth suits. Over here, not a whole lot happened. The put a couple wounds on the Razorback with the twin las cannons. Degraded him a little bit. And because of a misunderstanding with the rules, my opponent was nice enough to allow me to redo my Gambit, because we figured out that you cannot score a Gambit on something that's not completed on your turn, so defend objectives is not scoreable. So he let me change it to 1. I got Scour the Skies, which leaves me at this turn with 3 points and him with 2.
You got 3? You can Slay the Warlord.
So we are now going to Tau charge phase, and I believe these stealth suits over here are about to charge that Predator. Crazy things are happening in this game. In the charge phase, the stealth suits charged in. They made their charge. They lost 1 stealth suit in Overwatch and did no wounds, but they have tied up that tank for this next shooting phase. We will now move to White Scars movement, turn 2. White Scars, turn 2. His Gambit is 1. He drew these objectives: secure objective 2, defend objective 3, defend objective 2, and hold the line. For the movement phase, the Razorbacks have disembarked their troops, and everybody's going to say hi to those ghost kills over there. The Inceptors have taken objective 3, and the Predator has withdrew. The Hellblasters have moved over here to come say hi to that commander, and the Terminators have made an appearance on the battlefield, dropping in over here to go say hi to those tanks. We'll now be moving into White Scars shooting phase, turn 2. For White Scars shooting phase, turn 2, the Terminators fired into Long Strike and managed to do 1 wound. The Hellblasters fired into the commander over there, took out his drones, and did 2 wounds to the commander. The Inceptors annihilated the Pathfinders. They're bye-bye, no longer there. And all of these guys over here dumped everything they could into those 2 poor little ghost kills and managed to take the purple one down to 1 wound and kill 3 drones. We're now going into White Scars charging, turn 2. After White Scars combat, turn 2, there's a big hole there where Long Strike used to be. He got munched by a whole group of Terminators there. The commander managed to live over here. We lost 1 stealth suit, and the other stealth suit is still up and fighting. So we are now going to end. We did not White Scars did not score an objective, so they failed their gambit, but they did get Slay the Warlord. So they scored 1 point this turn.
And I gave you 1 extra.
And he gave me 1 extra point for failing his gambit. We're now moving to Tau movement phase, turn 2. For the Tau movement phase, the commander fell back. The stealth suits have moved up over there. The hammerheads are holding their position here. Gonna level some firepower into those terminators, hopefully. Stealth suits up here are still holding the position in the building. And the ghost keel has fallen back over here. We're now moving to Tau shooting phase, turn 2. For Tau shooting, turn 2. We managed to kill 2 Hellblasters, or kill 1 Hellblaster and wound another over here. The commander completely whiffed his combat phase and managed to roll 3 ones to wound on the Predator. Not very good there. Over here, we managed to kill 3 of the Terminators with the hammerheads. The stealth suits over here managed to do 1 wound to these guys over here. And the Ghost Kill managed to do more damage to himself than he did to the enemy by overcharging his Ion Raker. We're now moving to charges for Tau, turn 2.
Okay, so
In Tau fight phase, the commander did 1 wound to the Predator. The stealth suits managed to kill 1 Hellblaster. And that will do it. I failed to make my gambit. I scored no objectives this turn, so that gave my opponent 1 turn, and he scored defend objective 3 for 2 points. It's now 6-4 White Scars, going into turn number 3. For White Scars, movement turn 3. He has made a gambit of making 1 objective this turn. He now has these objectives: secure objective 2, overwhelming firepower, hold the line, and defend objective 2. In the movement phase, these guys are kind of chasing after that ghost kill a little bit. These guys moved over here, and the Terminators moved over there. And these guys just stayed all huddled up in their little melee over here. We will now be moving into White Scars shooting, turn 3. White Scars shooting phase, Hellblasters with their pistols over there managed to kill 1 stealth suit, the damaged one over there. The combined firepower of the Terminators and the Inceptors did 1 wound to that hammerhead. And all of this over here shot at the ghost keel, and it is now down to 2 wounds, but they did manage to kill his drone. So we are now moving into charge phase for White Scars, turn 3. Okay, for White Scars charge and combat phase, the Inceptors charged in. They lost 1 in Overwatch, but dealt no damage to the tank, and the tank did not damage them back. The Terminators failed their charge roll. Over here, all these guys just whooped up on that ghost kill and took it out pretty quick. In the combat phase, not much happened over here. They all took swings at each other and nobody died. So for the end phase,
I got overwhelming firepower.
For 1, and he met his gambit of 1.
Yeah.
So that gives him 2 points.
So I now sit at a total of 8.
All right. We will now be moving to Tau movement, turn 3. For Tau movement, turn 3, everything over here fell back. The hammerhead fell back over here, so he can take some shots at those guys over there. And these guys stayed where they were. Yeah, what's going on here? Stayed where they were. For the tactical gambit, we have 1 chosen. And here are my objectives. Secure objective 6, defend objective 1, defend objective 3, and defend objective 2. Not a whole lot of good choice there, but we'll see how it goes. We should be able to at least get to secure objective 6. We are now going to go into the shooting phase for Tau, turn 3. At the end of Tau shooting phase, turn 3, we've managed to knock the Predator down to 1 wound. And we did 1 wound to the Hellblasters over there. We managed to take out a Terminator and the Inceptors.
Yep.
And that's about finished shooting phase. Now moving into charge phase for Tau, turn 3. Charge phase for Tau. The stealth suits charged in, losing one stealth suit to a lucky las cannon hit, but managed to do no wounds to the predator. So that ends Tau turn 3. We secured objective 6 and got our 1 Gambit for 2 points. Now moving to White Scar's movement, turn 4. For White Scar's movement phase, he took 1 for his Gambit. These are his objectives for this turn. Secure objective 2, defend objective 2, hold the line, and advance. Everything over here starting to move over that way. Not looking good. The Predator fell back over here, and the Hellblasters have swung around to try and take out those last two stealth suits. And the Terminator's sitting over there saying hi to those 2 Hammerheads. We're now going into the shooting phase for White Scars, turn 4. For the White Scars shooting phase, turn 4, they managed to take out the stealth suits over here. Terminator did no damage over here. Or, wait a minute, no, he didn't. The Razorback with the las cannons managed to hit that Hammerhead to do 5 damage. And all of this over here shot into that group of stealth suits, and they managed to kill 2 and wound 1. We are now going into White Scars charge phase, turn 4. In the combat phase, the Terminator made his charge, ran up in there. He's taken a wound, but he's still kicking. That is going to end White Scars turn 4. He scored hold the line for having no enemy units behind the lines over there. And he made his Gambit of 1 for 2 points. It is now sitting at 10-8 because I scored defend objective 2. So we are now moving to Tau movement phase, turn 4. For the Tau movement phase, the commander ran up over there and said hi. Hammerhead fell back so he can shoot. We're taking 1 tactical objective Gambit. And these are our objectives for this turn. Blood and Guts, defend objective 1, defend objective 3, and secure objective 2. We are now going into the shooting phase for Tau, turn 4. After the end of the shooting phase for Tau, turn 4, there's no longer a Predator. He got took out, and he blew up and took out one of the Hellblasters, and the commander finished the other one off. Over here, the Hammerheads, one of the Hammerheads took out the Terminator. The other one laid into the veterans over there. And the stealth suits up in the building finished off the veterans squad. The Tau scored secure objective 2 and made their Gambit for 2 points. We are now tied going into turn 5 at 10-10. For turn 5 movement, everybody's moving out. Everybody advanced over this way. He advanced those guys, those Space Marines over there to get line breaker because it's turn 5. Got to get that line breaker. He has taken 1 for his Gambit. He has these objectives: secure objective 2, advance, domination, and defend objective 2. We are now going into the shooting phase for White Scars, turn 5. At the end of White Scar's shooting phase, turn 5, just about everything he had led into the stealth suits and the Hammerheads, and they're still standing. These guys are still sitting over there, and we will now be going. He got his Gambit and scored advance. So he is now sitting at 12 points, and we are going into Tau movement, turn 5.
I do want to make 1 point. I didn't kill anything. But both those Hammerheads are really hurt now?
Yes, the Hammerheads are hurt. So we will now, now go into Tau movement, turn 5. For Tau movement, turn 5. The Hammerheads have moved around to try and get a line of sight on those Space Marines over there. The stealth suits and the drone that was sitting up there that I kind of think you forgot about jumped over there to take objective 3. I have 1 for my Gambit with the Blood and Guts, defend objective 1, defend objective 3, and secure objective 3. So hopefully we're either going to end this in a tie or me winning by 1. Now going into Tau shooting, turn 5. At the end of Tau shooting phase, Tau managed to take out the group of attack marines over here. And we managed to score secure objective 3. At the end of turn 5, we've decided to call it for time. We refigured up our command points, and we are at 13 tactical points. Again, to 13 tactical points. So we used command power level to determine who won. And it came up with Tau winning
74 to 60.
74 to 60. So I hope you all enjoy this battle report. We'll have another one on Monday or Tuesday for Age of Sigmar. And hope you all have a good night or day.